Muy buenas a todos, gente, bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio aquí en el canal de Don Bebé Ronin. Vamos a comenzar donde lo habíamos dejado en el en el episodio pasado. Justamente aquí, a punto de tener una conversación con Nilu, que pues está guapa, baila, es pelirroja, no sé, ¿qué más quieres? Parece tipo árabe, hindú, india, no sé. Está guapa, bueno, X. Gente, antes de comenzar quiero pedirte que por favor te suscribas al canal, dejes tu like en el episodio y me sigas para más. Tienes todas mis redes sociales aquí en la parte de abajo. También tienes mi Discord, te puedes meter a mi Discord para saludarme de vez en cuando o seguirme en todas mis otras redes sociales que también te las dejo aquí abajo en la descripción. Suscríbete por favor en todas ellas. Bueno, a ver, suscríbete en YouTube, sígueme en Twitch, sígueme te puedes suscribir también con el Prime. También tienes el TikTok, también me puedes seguir, me puedes dar follow. En Instagram creo que también es seguir. Le puedes dar like a mi página de Facebook. Pero en general suscríbete. Me refiero a haz lo que tengas que hacer en cada respectiva página. Pero bueno, vamos a continuar. Me callo ya.
Uh-oh. But if Dia's here, that means you got caught, right?
You could say that, but everything worked out. She's on our side now.
Se ve que es una fiera.
Not completely.
Oh. And who are these two?
Te llama la atención, ¿verdad?
Meet the Traveler and Paimon, my two newest friends. They're visitors who just arrived at Sumeru City and are looking for information on Lesser Lord Kusanali.
So you're followers from another land?
Así es. Pero no somos devotos.
Oh, really? Well, that's okay. You're still invited to the Sub-Zerus festival.
Es una florista, ¿no? Según...
By the way, Dunyarzad, we've already started decorating the Grand Bazaar.
Ay, qué bonito.
It looks spectacular. Thanks to your generous
Normalmente la reina
contribution.
baja a su cumpleaños.
You're very
cuando es su
welcome.
cumpleaños,
It's the only thing I could do. Do you still have enough Mora?
Digo, chance y la podamos ver ahí.
But don't sweat it. We've already finished renovating the stage. Come on, I'll show you.
A ver, aviéntate un bailecito. El gran bazar. Siga Nilu hacia el escenario. Damos 10 pasos y aquí estamos. ¿Pa' qué?
Wow! This place is amazing!
Not bad. Last time I was here, the stairs were full of holes.
The stairs were nothing. A little while ago, we discovered that the tree above the stage had a huge chunk of bark ready to fall off. Mr. Zubair was worried sick. We reported it to the academia many times, but they never sent anyone to deal with it. We didn't want anything bad happening, so we were going to cancel all the stage performances.
¿Por qué no vinieron a arreglarlo?
Oh, probably because it was the theater asking.
The academia looks down on performers like us. They probably think it would be best if the theater closed down completely. We can't let that happen, though. Not only would everyone involved in the theater go hungry, but then we wouldn't be able to hold the Sub-Zerus festival anymore. Thank the Danger Archon for Dunyarzad. But the more she gave us, we hired someone to patch up the tree, and we also gave the stage a much-needed makeover. The stage is going to be even prettier when it's festival time. I can't wait for you to see it.
And I can't wait to see you on the stage. You've been practicing so long already. It's almost time for your dream to become reality.
A ver, quiero ver el ensayo.
It's our dream. I'll do my best for the two of us.
Nilu, what are you gonna be doing at the festival?
She'll be dancing the dance of Sub-Zerus, the most important performance at the Sub-Zerus
A
festival.
ver.
Dunyarzad, have you told him the origin of this holiday?
I only told them about the Greater Lord and Lesser Lord so far.
¿Ella qué es, por cierto?
Okay.
Quiero verle su
And I'll tell you too about
visión.
how this holiday came to be.
No es ese que trae
According
en el
to
pecho, sí.
legend, the Sub-Zerus festival was originally the Goddess of Flowers' birthday celebration for the Greater Lord. A long, long time ago, on one of Greater Lord Rukadevata's birthdays, her friends threw her a celebratory banquet. Some of the gods got drunk. One started playing music, and the Greater Lord started
Ahí andaba el
singing.
20.
So the Goddess of Flowers began to dance. As she danced upon the grass, countless beautiful parisaras began to bloom wherever she stepped. Those brilliant purple flowers became her dazzling stage. All the gods clamored, "Oh, if only time could stop at this very moment."
Parece que se lo pasaban bastante bien.
Of course they did. When people mention the gods, they always think of the Archon War. But Sumeru's gods also had happy times. Although they aren't around anymore, they're preserved in our tradition of dance. This outfit I'm wearing is apparently based on how the goddess of flowers looked. Though we're just tiny
No lo
people
veo por ahí
compared
su
to the
visión.
divine, we still have to do our best to make sure that the birthday girl feels loved on her special day.
Nilu, you of all people will definitely be able to convey our well wishes to the Dendro Archon. I also noticed that you went the extra mile and scattered patisaras around the stage.
They symbolize the goddess of flowers, after all.
¿Será crío o hidro?
It's just a shame that all the real patisaras went
Por los
extinct
colores
after her
diría que es de
death.
agua.
Yeah. The Greater Lord brought forth patisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers, but she ultimately could never truly replicate that beautiful purple.
Thinking about the goddess of flowers dance makes me wish I could have seen it.
Si la
If
joya
my
del pecho
stage
es
were
su visión, te
anything
diré
like
que es de
that,
hielo, pero no estoy seguro.
I'd be thrilled if I had just 2 real patisaras on the stage. So, Traveler in Paimon, what do you think?
Simón.
Interested in the Sabzeruz festival?
Sí.
All of Lesser Lord Kusanali's followers will be there for her birthday. It'll be a good opportunity for you to learn more about her.
Ooh, Paimon thinks that's a great idea.
¿Y no será que lo dices porque quieres divertirte y quieres ver a Nilo bailar, cierto? Sí.
Of course
Sí.
Paimon wants to watch. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive, you know.
So how about we all attend the Sub-Zero's festival
Simón.
together?
Dunyarzad, let me show you which stage decorations we've picked out so far. Traveler in Paimon, if that doesn't sound interesting to you, then
Mírala,
feel
atrás
free
ya
to
está
explore the
bailando, anda bien
area.
emocionada. Ufas.
Everyone at the Grand Bazaar loves Lesser Lord Kusanali, and we're all looking forward to the Sabzeruz
Me
festival.
estás diciendo
In
que
that
llevo
case, we'll
buscando
take a look around.
gente que quiera ver a la Kusanali y aquí abajo está lleno de gente. No, Kumari, ¿cómo estás, pequeña niña?
Whoa, what's with your yellow hair? And why do your clothes look so funny? Are you an Outlander?
Simón, soy
Did
de
you know
fuera.
that the Sabzeruz festival is about to happen? There'll be loads of fun things to do at the festival. But the best part is when Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, passes out candy
¿Quieres
to
el caballero de
everyone.
las flores? ¿Quieres dulces? Uy, chiquita. Es de las altas. A ver, son unos tacones, ¿no? También, pero... Con esos tacones, como quiera está más alta que yo. Me voy a poner el viajero, por cierto. Voy a tomar una foto con esta chava. Que igual esta puede ser una buena miniatura. ¿Cómo estás? Fotito. Qué romántico. Así. No te voltees, imbécil. Vuéltate para allá. Ándale. Ah, qué bonito. No me digas que parpadeaste por lo que más quieras. Nada, sale bien. Tenemos miniatura. ¿Tú qué de allá?
Revamping the stage
Tiene
for the
como tantas.
festival couldn't have
Parece
been easy,
al
that's for
mago del
sure.
abismo este.
I bet this year's festival
De
will be
fuego.
one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar, but I do know that the residents here have a penchant for song and dance. Two things that the academia doesn't particularly approve of. Oh, and the perfume sold
Tiene un
around here is a
pantalón, pero su
lot
pantalón
better than
valió
what you'll
queso,
find
se le rompió
elsewhere.
todo.
The fragrances are longer lasting and they're gentler on your skin and... I mean,
¿Ves?
that's
¿Cómo te
what
encanta?
I've
Te
heard
encanta
at
estar
least.
aquí abajo. ¿Para qué te haces, pato? Tienes unos ojos preciosos, tengo que decir. ¿Quién sigue? Shrimati. Shrimati. ¿Cómo te llamas?
Dancing at the Sub-Zero's festival. You know, I also danced when I was
Que
younger.
todos los viejitos
As a
son
child,
así.
I even asked
Yo
my
me
grandmother
acuerdo
why
que
we
mis
performed the
tiempos.
dance for the Lesser Lord when it was originally done to honor the Greater Lord. My grandmother said that Greater Lord Rukadavata is a beloved deity and honored by all. And Lesser Lord Kusanali is too. If the goddess of flowers ever knew Lesser Lord Kusanali, then she would certainly have wished to be her friend and hold celebrations for her too. The Sub-Zero's festival has been losing its appeal over the years. That is, until a wealthy benefactor stepped in this year and brought the festival back to life. I heard she forked out a lot of mora to make it all happen.
Pues órale, va. ¿Quién sigue? Tú eres del gremio de aventureros, ¿verdad? No. Pero pareces. ¿Quién sigue? ¿Está aquí arriba? Es este, el Farha, tú.
Things are really shaping up, and there's a buzz around
¿Por
the
qué no
festival
pudieron
this
hacer
year?
a Ito
We're
así?
expecting people from
¿Sabes?
all over to come by this year and buy things during the festivities.
Ito debería haber
Don't be
sido un
fooled into
personaje
thinking
de
that
este
Sumeru
estilo.
City has the best of everything. Some festival snacks
Terminó
are
siendo
only
flaquito.
offered here in the Grand Bazaar. And when it comes to musicians, dancers, or singers, the Grand Bazaar's got the best of the best. Sure, those folks at the Academia might not like it, but what's a festival without song and dance?
Porteador. El Farha.
Huh. Revamping the stage for the festival couldn't have been easy, that's for sure. I bet this year's festival will be one to remember. I don't know much about the Grand Bazaar. Oh,
está
and the
repitiendo el
perfumes.
sí, ya, perdón.
I mean,
A ver, ¿quién sigue? Está aquí arriba, ¿no? La Deya. A ver, antes de platicar con ella, quiero inspeccionarte bien. ¿Tú qué? ¿Tienes alguna visión por ahí? Ah, mírala, es Hidro. Ahí está. Tiene un tatuaje en la espalda. Eres Hidro entonces. Me gustas.
Nilu, your outfit looks amazing. There's also something different about you from when we first met up.
I thought I'd add a little extra pizzazz to my dress for the festival. See?
Wow, did you sew all that yourself?
Uh-huh. Sewing is a fundamental skill for everyone in the theater company because we make all our own costumes. I've noticed that you can't keep your eyes off that crown over there. Would you like to try it on? Of course. The legends say that the goddess of flowers had beautiful horns on her head, so this crown was made to reflect that. Dunyarzad, you look absolutely stunning with it on.
O sea, estamos
It's like I'm
roleando
looking
que
at
la
the
chava se
goddess of
puso la corona.
flowers herself.
Hey! Is that who Paimon thinks it is? It looks like
¡Ojo!
Catherine.
¿Cómo? Catherine se mueve, tú. O será una de las 800 Catherine que existen.
Come to think of it, Paimon's only ever seen her behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild. This is the first time we've ever seen her taking a break.
Pues no que no
Hey,
podían.
Catherine?
No que todo el año, todo el día.
Oh, hey! It's the Traveler and Paimon! What's shaken?
Whoa, break time Catherine sure sounds a lot less formal than usual. Paimon was still waiting for her to say Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Sure. Standing behind the counter at the Adventurers Guild doesn't require any complicated functions. But saying and doing the same old things over and over again can get pretty monotonous. Like watching the same Fontaine movie day after day. But take you two, for example. You travel across to
Estamos
that to
inspirando a las
enrich your
Catherines a
lives
rebelarse.
and gain new experiences.
Well, we enjoy traveling across Teyvat and all that, but we're mainly looking for clues about his sister.
¿Crees que al final las Catherines
Yes, you should keep searching.
se rebelen? O que
Sometimes
las
the
Catherines
answers we're looking
tengan
for aren't
como
necessarily
Venom,
at our intended
una
destination.
mente colmena que todos saben
Instead,
lo mismo?
they're found along the way.
Huh. Haven't we heard someone say something pretty similar recently?
No, not particularly. I guess you could say that I'm loving the recent atmosphere here. If festivals bring happiness to everyone, then that's where
Eso es
their
lo que,
true
lo
value
que hacen las
lies.
Catherines cuando no las estás viendo.
Oh, it looks like it's about time for me to be heading back
Vas de
now.
llegar, mija.
All right, we'll see you next time at the Adventurers Guild. Oh, by the way, thanks for connecting us with the Eremites. We've already made some great friends in Sumeru City thanks to you.
I'm sure you two will get along well with the people here. You've already been blessed by the element of Dendro after all. See you around.
Si no me hubiera metido yo con el elemento dentro, ¿esta conversación hubiera sido igual?
There's something really different about Catherine today.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, hey, Dia.
I've got something to tell ya. My lady knows you're looking for ways to meet Lesser Lord Kusanali, and she's been trying to come up with a way to help you. Well, I have an idea that might help.
Are you serious? We'd love that.
It might not necessarily pan out, so don't get your hopes up too much. I'll need to take you two somewhere and ask someone some questions.
¿Y Dunyarsat?
My lady is feeling a little worn out at the moment. Nilu's found a place for her to rest. After I take my lady home, let's meet in front of the Citadel of Regzar.
Sounds like a plan.
Va. Te sigo donde
Let's
quieras.
head over to the Citadel of Regzar and wait for Dia.
¿Tú vendes algo? No. Bye. A ver, entonces tenemos que venir para acá. Es aquí abajo.
Sorry, I'm late. It took some convincing for the master and mistress to believe that Miss Dunyarzad was only sitting in the port for a while because she was in a bad mood. Anyway, I guess I should be thanking you. I haven't seen Miss Dunyarzad that happy in a long time. If it wasn't for you two, she probably would have been caught
Eso es lo
and
que hacemos,
dragged back
ayudar a
much
la
earlier.
gente que más lo necesita.
You sure sound a whole lot nicer than when we first met, Dia. Who would have thought you had such a soft spot for Dunyarzad?
Me recuerdas a Beidou.
It's called being a professional. I'm a bodyguard, and I work for
Te
whoever's
llevarías bien con
paying.
ella.
Look, Dia's blushing.
Y eso que es medio morena, fíjate. Es difícil que se les
Listen, you
note.
two. I don't expect to be working for Miss Dunyarzad very long, but I hope to finish things on a positive note if possible. Let's cut the chit-chat and head into the Citadel. We'll see if the person I know has a way for you two to meet with the...
Esta se me está olvidando a qué vine. Gracias por mantenerme en el hilo en el que tengo que estar. Gracias de ella por de verdad intentar ayudarme. No que las otras personas de que, sí, Simón, yo la conozco. Oye, ¿cómo ves si me ayudas a hacer un festival?
Oh, hey, Chief.
Ah, Dia.
Y las fans.
What are you doing here?
No, que no
Well,
conocías a la...
didn't expect to see you
no me
three
digas que sí
together.
la conocía.
I take it you all know each other already?
Mm-hmm. We met this morning after the Adventurers Guild pointed us to Ozfond for more info.
No kidding. Huh. So, where's Ruksha? I thought I'd help these two out by asking about the theft. Anything you can tell him?
Rukshaw's gone over to the Academia. The Grand Sage recently ordered Sumeru City to begin bolstering its defenses. So people from all over have been called back to the city. Since
Como que a este vato le
you've
falta un
already mentioned the
bigote,
theft,
¿no? Una
I
barbita
suppose
para que se
might
vea
as well
más,
tell him
más
what we know.
viejo
Appreciate it,
sabio.
Chief.
Theft?
Just recently, the Academia lost something, and there's a chance the item is connected with the Dendro Archon. This case might just somehow help you in meeting her.
I suppose that's one way to look at it. But if you ask me, the case is more about the Academia than anything else. Let me fill you in. The Academia recently sent a convoy to pick up an important package from Aru village. Word got out, and the convoy was robbed on its way back. The Grand Sage took the whole matter very seriously. Not only did he dispatch the Matra,
¿Qué era
but
la
also
Matra? No me acuerdo
enlisted
qué era
our
la
help
Matra.
in the search for leads. All we know so far is that whatever was stolen is currently in Port Ormos.
You two have heard of Port Ormos, haven't you?
Simón, ya fui
It's
para
the
allá.
largest commercial port in all of Sumeru. You can travel there by leaving Sumeru City and heading south along the river. The Academia's grip isn't long enough to reach all the way to Port Ormos, so the city's a little more laid back, meaning the population's also a mixed bag. You never know who you'll meet there.
Apparently
encontramos a
what was
Bidú.
lost has a great deal to do with the Akasha, knowledge, and even the gods. I'm afraid I don't have
La
any other
Gnosis,
details
tú,
for
le
you,
robaron la
though.
Gnosis.
If you're interested, maybe you could head to Port
La
Ormos and ask
Gnosis.
around yourselves.
Tal vez, no sé.
If you want my advice, try introducing yourselves as students of the
¿Y
Academia
eso por
once
qué?
you're there.
Are you serious, Chief? All the academia students are in Sumeru City, you know. Why should they pretend to be students in Port Ormos?
If you're all so interested, just go there and see what happens.
Count me out. I've got plenty of work to do here for the Homayani family.
Hombre, la otra vez que
And
estaba
take it
descansando.
from me. If you two really do decide to visit Port Ormos, you'd best watch your backs. Let's just say that the Eremites there aren't nearly as friendly as those here in Sumeru City. There are even some extremists who go around shouting slogans like, "Retake Sumeru for the Scarlet King." Word is that more and more are joining their movement. They're becoming a real headache for Chief and the others.
You bet they are. The Scarlet King's been dead for thousands of years. Now they start spreading rumors of his return. Ridiculous.
Not everyone's like you, Chief. Even the desert natives who abandoned their homes in the wilderness still wish to have a god of their own. Well, traveler, that's about all the information we have for you.
Se ve que haces ejercicio, tienes como el abdomen plano, marcadito, bonito.
Since we've gathered all we could for the moment in Sumeru City, let's head to Port Ormos and see what we can find next.
Miss Dunyarzad is looking forward to seeing you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival, so be sure to get yourselves back here in time for that.
Claro que no lo olvidaremos, volveremos a
Good.
tiempo.
Then we'll see you both at the Sub-Zerus Festival.
Es una cita entonces. Mira, afortunadamente ya tengo descubierto el puerto Ormos, así que ya no me tengo que preocupar. Por cierto, algo que me causa conflicto. No soy mucho de leaks, pero sí me liqueé que el desierto que sigue está para este lado. Es un super mega desierto, casi tan grande como esta parte de Sumeru. Está para este lado, es muy grande. Lo cual me causa conflicto porque yo quiero que se desbloquee esta parte de aquí, aunque sea puro mar. Pero especialmente si es puro mar, digo, si es puro mar, ¿qué chiste tiene que esté esto aquí? Aquí se ve que ya se acaba. Y si tú te paras por acá, ves que todo lo que es puro mar. ¿Por qué los tienen bloqueado? Tienen desbloqueado toda esta parte de aquí que es puro mar, pero no tienen desbloqueada esta parte de aquí, lo cual se me hace una tontería. Desbloqueenme esta parte ya. Yo sé que Beidou se pasa por aquí, sale de aquí con su barco, ¿no? Y viene para acá. Es un viaje relativamente corto. A lo mejor dentro del lore del juego las islas están mucho más lejos de un punto a otro. La verdad no sé cómo se manejen, porque a pie están a lo mucho a 15 minutos Mondstadt y Liyue, y según ellos está bien lejos, ¿no? Es como un viaje de días, pero yo qué sé. Entonces, a lo que voy es eso. Desbloquéame esta parte, ¿qué te afecta? Sigamos. Mira otra morra que está bailando. Tarane, artista callejera. ¿Creen que el día de mañana nosotros también podamos tener... Ay, el niño se emocionó. Ay, no te encanta, niño. Ay, te encanta. No te gusta lo que te encanta. ¿Creen que el día de mañana tengamos emotes para poder realizar en multijugador?
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Well, guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds. Ooh. Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that,
En
we
este
don't have
caso,
much
¿quién
else to go
debería
on.
tener la gnosis? ¿Ruca de Bata?
Osford told us
Cada
to try
uno tiene su
posing as
propia gnosis.
Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even
O la
more
gnosis se le
suspicious going
transfiere
around
de
saying we're
Rocadebata
academia
a
students
Kusanagi.
and asking about the stolen item?
Deberíamos averiguar eso antes de hacer cualquier otra cosa.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Pues va. A ver, ¿con quién tengo que platicar? Ella.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you two?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. You see over there? Those are students from the academia.
Se ven serios y preocupados.
They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
A ver, estudiantes cansados y abatidos. Los voy a espiar desde aquí.
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein El Ahmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 mora, they'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Oh, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
A la bestia, ¿cuánto trae cada uno?
Whoa! Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon.
Sea lo que sea que se hayan robado de la academia está relacionado con el conocimiento.
Like that? So, what's your plan?
Vayamos a la taberna Jafar. Yo creo que probar con los eremitas a ver qué.
Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 mora. Have you lost your mind?
No los dejaré ir fácilmente si resulta ser una estafa.
Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
A ver, tengo mucho dinero. Digo, tal vez la otra era... Como quiera ves, teníamos que ir a la taberna. Olvida lo que dije. Es una misión de las que te da la sensación de que puedes hacer lo que tú quieras, pero en realidad está planeadísimo. Oye, aquí no vine cuando vine a explorar esta parte, Quiero que sepas. Luis, perdón. ¿O sí vine? No me suena. No, para acá no me entré. Pensé que era aquí. A ver.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Va. Nos sentamos aquí entonces.
Oh, you've arrived. Please, take a seat.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of more this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Huh. All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be
La carilla del viajero todo contento. ¿La reina mayor Ruka Devata es una traidora? ¿De qué están hablando?
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
La verdad sobre la Kusanali. Pero bueno, gente, hasta aquí vamos a ir dejando este episodio en este hermoso lugar. Con esta musiquita tan hermosa. Qué bonito, fíjate. Esta parte, neta, no la había visto. O sea, como que me centré mucho en esto, que no llegué a caminar para acá. ¿Qué es esto? ¿O sí vine? No, sí vine. O sí, no sé. No me suena. Perdón. Qué agresivo. Perdóname, señor. ¿Vine para acá? Mira, ahí se ve Inazuma. ¿Qué es este lugar? Parece un faro. Guardián del faro, efectivamente. ¿Se puede entrar? Dime que sí. No. Pues bueno, gente, aquí en el famosísimo faro vamos a ir dejando este episodio. Espero que les haya gustado muchísimo. Nos vemos en el siguiente. Qué vistas tan maravillosas. La música es increíble. Fíjate, este juego saca sus CDs de música para que la gente los compre o los descargue, no sé. Normalmente la música... A ver, la música del juego es preciosa, sí. Pero esta es la que más me ha gustado, sin duda. Me transporta a un lugar mágico, místico, lleno de aventuras y misterios. Espectacular. Pero bueno, gente, nos vemos en el siguiente episodio. Cuídense mucho, les mandamos un fuerte abrazo. Nos vemos en el siguiente. Hasta la próxima. Y chao. Propaganda.